We're talking about housing and homelessness in the region of Waterloo. We have Victoria Toman in studio with us now, a caseworker at Charles Street Men's Hostel. Victoria, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So as we've been talking about, the HUG report card identified areas where the region is improving and where it's worsening, where it's staying the same. The overall grade was C-. So in your opinion, and with your experience, want to talk a little bit in which areas you've personally seen maybe get a little bit better, get a little bit worse, or stay the same as well?
Well, as the report card states, there has been an increase of shelter beds used by 17.5%, and therefore there continues to be a need for services to assist with individuals who are experiencing poverty or homelessness. We definitely need safer, affordable housing in our community. Also, I believe that disability supports are very much needed in the community in order to help with the homelessness problem.
Okay.
Some things that we are doing right, I would say that there are some great programs offered for people who need assistance. House of Friendship being one of them, and Step Homes is also a great program centered around the prevention and end of homelessness.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about the STEP program?
Well, the Step Home program in Waterloo region really focuses
tell us about it.
really focuses on supporting individuals, building relationships, and preventing homelessness before it happens.
Okay, and is that one of the key things here? I mean, and we've talked to our other guests about that. It's hard. It's a cycle, and once it gets started, it's not easy to contain. So how important is prevention in all of this?
It's definitely important. The key issue is support, finding supports for individuals that are either on the border of becoming homeless or already on the streets.
And what can push someone from being at risk to being homeless? What are some of the factors there? Is that there's not enough support? They don't know where to go? Again, is it all of the above?
All of the above, definitely. Yeah. And as it was mentioned earlier, sometimes the funds just aren't there. So you find yourself in a situation where you paid rent and you just don't have enough for groceries. You don't have enough for transportation, etc. So those type of individuals are using a lot of the House of Friendship programs, and sometimes unfortunately step into the homelessness region and need to actually find housing all over again.
Sure. Let's talk about some of the program areas that House of Friendship offers. Over 42,000 people are served, right? And that's a huge number. Like that's a population of a city.
It's definitely a big number. And the way we help these people is 4 different ways. Okay. We feed people through our Food Hampers program. We house them with residential programs. We also have programs in community centers for families and women, etc., and addiction treatment programs to help support healthy lives.
Okay, and through all this, these 4, you should be able to, or the goal, I guess, the hope is that you're able to not be homeless and to benefit from all these,
to provide the supports that are so needed. Like you said, 42,000 people, it's not a small number. The need is there, so there are some programs that are trying to combat that need.
We've heard from our earlier guests about this not being an individual issue. So let's talk a little bit about that. And again, we've talked, if the region was just to be compared to the region, maybe it would get an A or an A+. But we're seeing where things are improving or worsening year after year. So is this a societal issue? Do more people need to do more to eradicate homelessness, for instance?
Definitely. I believe that homelessness is not an individual issue. I think that many factors contribute to the homelessness of women in our community. When people don't receive adequate support, be it for mental health issues, addictions, or affordable housing, they can find themselves in a position where they need to stay at shelters like the Charles Street Men's Hostel or on the streets. But with the help of donations from members in the community, big or small, we are able to provide programs that assist those experiencing poverty and homelessness. And another way that society can help is through awareness of the issues low-income people face, such as access to food, clothing, shelter, and medical care, which has been talked about a lot today. The more people know about these issues, the more they can support our programs and help direct people to where they need to go for support.
Sure, and I'd add to that as well, just from what Sarah and Joe said as well, is it's the language and the terminology and the thought process too. Have you seen, has there been any shift there in being more accepting or more understanding, or are we still, bum on the street or crack house and using that type of language that's not helpful?
Yeah, I think we have a long way to go still, definitely.
So so in terms of awareness and public education, what would you like to see done? What would you, is this something that starts with the younger generation? Do we learn compassion in school? Do we hear about food drives and toy drives all the time, right? But at Christmas and at things like that, is this something that needs to be I don't know, a year-round initiative? Like, what do you think needs to happen?
Well, that would be nice, but there has been a lot, but there always needs to be more education and awareness around this issue. I think that maybe more media focus, such as this, TV programs, can help give exposure to the people that are experiencing poverty.
Your annual meeting is coming up, right? So
Yes.
tell us when that is, and you encourage people to join, right? This is something that's open to the community.
Yes, it is definitely open to the public. It's June 25th, a Monday, at the First Mennonite Church on 800 King Street East in Kitchener. There is a business meeting and strategic vision, which is open to the public. And basically, that's just a time to discuss how the last year went and to talk about projects for the next year. After that, there's a strawberry social where everyone is welcome to gather for food and socialize with lots of strawberries.
Okay. Are you able to give us any insight into those projects, or is this something people have to turn out to the meeting?
I think they should come to the meeting to find out.
Yeah. Okay. Just a couple minutes left, Victoria. So again, what do you want people? And you said one of the things that is important is media focus, right? So a show like this, or people taking part. What do you want people to know about, agencies such as yours and the people who access your service?
I think that I would like everyone to know that we are grateful for the donations and support that we do receive on a daily basis from companies, programs, and individuals with open arms, and we really do need these donations in order for our programs to run smoothly. And I know that our clients do appreciate all the help that they get from people in the community. So, if we keep on working at that and exposing everyone to knowledge and information, maybe we can get away from the negative stereotypes and realize that we're all in this together. There is a long way to go, but we're taking the steps, and hopefully things will improve for next year's report.
Sure, and the bottom line, I mean, every person is a person, right? And just as equal as the next.
That's right. At the House of Friendship, we definitely want everyone to know that they're an individual with important rights and responsibilities, and their choices and lifestyles are all important. So we don't want anyone to ever feel that being homeless or being low income makes you any less of an important person in this community.
Okay, on that note, wrapping up, so thank you very much for your time. We do appreciate it. Do stay with us. We have one more segment left in the show, and we are talking about Habitat for Humanity Waterloo region. Can be as simple as buying a hammer and helping build a better community. We'll speak about that when we come back. We'll be back right after this.